Thanks for joining us again here on Amateur Sports TV. It's our monthly Sportscast with Sam Cortes, down at the Sport for Life building off Pacific Avenue. Sam, how are we doing this afternoon?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great. We're on the second floor here. I'm going to look back. The Paul Robson Resource Center for Leadership and Coaching. Say that 5 times fast. You probably can't, but we have a very busy March here, Sam, correct?
Yeah, lots going on.
Where would you like to start?
Let's start with the female mentorship program.
Okay.
So this is basically a program, as it sounds, a mentorship program, but it's to support and build up female coaches in Manitoba, and it's through mentor and mentee pairings. So the application deadline actually for both mentor and mentee applications is coming up on March 13th, and you can find those applications at sportmanitoba.ca/coaching/resources, and I believe they pair the mentor and the mentee no later than the end of March, and then the first initial meeting is in April 2020. So if you're interested in that or know someone who is, it's definitely something. It's a 1-year program, so there's a lot to gain from it.
Absolutely. Is it a sport focused mentorship? Like, is it, hockey coaches and hockey coaches? Are all coaching involved, or is it just matching up to see what the best likes and interests are?
I don't think it's sport to sport.
Okay.
But it's the criteria is online. I think it's 1 year coaching experience for the mentee minimum, and then 5 years, I believe, for the mentor. So,
okay.
But
regardless, the information is online, but more importantly, it's getting the activity of female coaching back into the forefront, because a lot of female athletes, they need that support from their own female coaching as well.
Yes, and they can share their experiences and learn from that, so it's definitely a great program.
Absolutely. I wish I had some female coaches growing up, because it would teach me a little more about the genders, and obviously, playing with other females in programs that I was growing up with. So we see that more and more. A lot of boys and girls are playing together, so that's definitely going to help out.
For sure.
Absolutely. So number 2 on our list is the Night of Champions.
Yeah, and the Sport Manitoba Coaching Awards, because they happen on the same day.
Okay.
So coming up, a couple weeks now, March 21st, Saturday, March 21st, is the Sport Manitoba Coaching Awards presented by Club Regent Casino and Event Center in the morning. That's at 10 a.m. And then the Night of Champions is at 7 p.m. and they're both at Club Regent Event Center. And these 2 events really celebrate sport excellence in our province, celebrating our coaches, and then, Night of Champions is athletes, teams, volunteers, officials, all that kind of thing, and really recognizes them and allows them to have their moment and celebrate all that they've accomplished. So it's going to be a really good event. I've never been. This is my first time, so I'm excited to go. So that's coming
right
up. Yeah, and you can get tickets. You can see a list of nominees. All the event info is at sportmanitoba.ca, so you can find all that info there.
A great chance to celebrate the accolades of athletes, coaches, volunteers, like you said. So tremendous event down at the Club Regent, March 21st, the Saturday, correct?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, we're rolling through this. Number 3 on our list, In-Service Day program. We've got a couple In-Service Days happening in March, and we have a spring break. So what's happening with our In-Service Day program?
So the In-Service Day program, we touched on it before. So the first one was in January. It was a brand new program for Sport Manitoba. And it's basically, in a nutshell, a program to get kids active on their days off from school. So the next In-Service Day is coming up on March 13th, which is a Friday. So we're running that program here. And it's basically kind of like summer camp in one-day programming. And they can do, it's for 9 to 11 is the age range for the kids. And they do different kinds of games, tag games, dodgeball, different kind of recreational games. They can do a scavenger hunt in the Hall of Fame, check out the building, all that kind of stuff. So and it's just $29 for the whole day.
Absolutely awesome.
So it's a great option, and there's an event schedule on our website as well, and you can get tickets there too, register online.
So register online. It doesn't have to be an entire school coming to that. Obviously, it can be done as by person, by student, by
so
by
it's
kid.
Actually 24 kids is the
max.
The max. So yeah, there's still room, and yeah, it's a good option for them.
Absolutely. I think it'd be awesome, especially when mom and dad have to work on Friday the 13th. Dump.
I didn't even think about that.
Didn't think of that. But then the kids can come in, check out the building, and get some activity, because you know what, it's probably in that slushy season, and who knows what's going to happen with slush pants and snow. You never know here in Winnipeg. Never know. That's right. Okay, so that's the In-Service program. We've also got a podcast that's coming up that's really dear to my heart, because as a student athlete growing up, very important information can be told by the professionals, and answering questions is probably the biggest thing that this podcast does, correct?
Yes, it's if you remember, we talked a lot about P-Series and that were put on by the Sport Manitoba Performance. So those were free talks throughout late 2019 and early 2020. And so this panel discussion, which we turned into a podcast, is from that. It's from the one we had in February. So it's a panel discussion. It addresses all kinds of things, like tips and advice and useful things that students, athletes, their families, important things to know when if they're considering and moving up to that level. And there's a coach perspective on the panel, scouts and media relations, even down to things that people should know in that environment. So it's definitely a good podcast to check out. It's a Sport Manitoba podcast. It's episode 15. It's the latest one, so check it out.
It is on the website, which is fantastic. I've watched parts of it. Great questions are answered, great questions are asked. And like you said, it's a panel of several different visions and views, the media, the coaches, and knowing the right questions to be answered. So definitely do check it out if you're one of those student athletes thinking to go into the next level, or just getting some extra information if you're mom and dad, because quite frankly, when you go into that scenario, you don't know where to ask the question.
Yeah.
And more importantly, they may have answered your question for you. So it's a great resource to have. So do go check it out, episode 15 on sportmanitoba.ca. Last but not least, this weekend, we've got an event coming up, Whiskey Fest.
Right. So that came up, and it's happening March 6th, Friday, March 6th, and Saturday, March 7th. And as we've mentioned before, it's a really great fundraiser for the Manitoba Sports Hall of Fame, and it's the 8th year that they've been doing it. So shout out to everyone who's going, and thank you for all your support for that, because it's great for the Hall of Fame, and so hope everyone has a good experience for who's going. So
absolutely,
yeah,
no doubt. So yeah, Friday, Saturday, Whiskey Fest. Thanks for joining us, Sam.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it. Here on the second floor, the Paul Robson Resource Center for Coaches and Leadership. I think I said that right, sort of.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. We'll catch up with you next month, and hopefully the snow will be gone by then.
Let's see, hopefully.
All right, thank you very much.